Also, we are going to be discussing on the health benefits of fresh raw tomatoes and tomato juice. Muri health yesu twalakwata okusangirira pama benefits yakulya ama fresh raw tomatoes nagulamba tomatoes ashayikibwa yali afresh na tomato juice ya juice ituma kuli tomato enkwayo. So twalaberenga something from entering wage page 29 paragraph. We are going to read something from entering wage page 29 paragraph 3 abakwete tubatwerekerako. On the part where it is saying the boundaries. Table fruits. Enter your wage, page 29 and 3, on the part where it is saying table fruits.
Okay, so herbal fruits, pineapples, okra, eggplants, peppers, string beans, tomatoes, etc.
Okay, from there we've seen that tomatoes are classified as herbal fruits, meaning they've got healing properties. So in this health talk, we are just going to focus on the healing properties of tomatoes. That monoquebat body but batoquebati, ama tomatoes now got healing properties. That's why we are classified muli ama herbal fruits. So we are going to healing properties of tomatoes. So the first one is tomatoes has iodine, an element called iodine. Iodine is which can prevent goiter. So most of the people who suffer from goiter, they like this element called iodine. And the other benefit of taking tomatoes is that it also helps in the functioning of the thyroid gland. So the other thing is that tomatoes have got a property which is called lycopene. Lycopene is that red pigment which we are able to see in tomatoes. So tomato yalikwata lycopene. Lycopene ni ya red substance yotumona na ya color red yakwata tomato lycopene. So the lycopene, it prevents those tomatoes from being damaged from ultraviolet rays which comes from the sun. Ida tomato ichirengo kwebatira damage na ultraviolet rays bantu akasuba, it emits rays called ultraviolet rays. They can damage those tomatoes. So the reason why they are not being damaged is that they've got lycopene, which prevents them from not being damaged from ultraviolet rays. Same applies to us. If we take this lycopene, we eat raw tomatoes, it can also help our skin from not being damaged from ultraviolet rays. Muchimemba kesho kulondolola nti natwalya amatomatoes ali raw notayayikibwa but yafina fresh twayalya yalafiishako skin yesu kweba iba damaged nayali rays aba emitted by the sun nangwafuma ukasuba. So tuleshako ekita kyonso okulya amatomatoes bantu yalafiishako skin yesu kuba protected nangukukingirirwa kuli ultraviolet rays. The other thing is that tomatoes are rich in vitamin A. And vitamin A is good for eyesight. Nangu vitamin A yalibakudira chingirira kwa meso yesu kwebati yale ekunda kwino tulakwata problem with sight. And the other thing is that tomatoes contain beta-carotene and lycopene. Hii ni natulondolola lycopene na carotene bila kulishako skin. So again, we are going to read something from Symbolical Code, Volume 9, number 1 to 12, page 22, paragraph 5.
Page what?
Page 22, paragraph 5, where it says the kidney cleanser. The kidney cleanser.
The kidney cleanser is made by blending the juice of 2 or 3 stalks of celery with a glass of tomato juice.
You can repeat.
The kidney cleanser is made by blending the juice of 2 or 3 stalks of celery with a glass of tomato juice.
You can continue.
As
All the way
paragraph
to paragraph 7.
7. Asparagus and radish juices may also be added and substituted to give the same effect.
Are you on kidney cleanser?
Yes.
Okay, you can start again.
Okay, so I'll start from paragraph 5. There is probably no other fruit or vegetable that has the curative properties of the tomato.
Yes.
In the short space of the last few years, tomato juice has become one of America's most popular drinks. Many delicious drinks can be made by blending tomato juice with the juices of other vegetables. The kidney cleanser is made by blending the juice of 2 or 3 stalks of celery with a glass of tomato juice. So asparagus and radish juices may also be added or substituted to give the same effect.
Okay, so here we see that tomatoes can also help the kidneys in their role in cleansing the blood. Apana tumono kweba ati amatomatoes yene tiafirishako nama kidneys mumulimo yabomba okusamfya umulopa emgwai chimbyo cho tumwene chako koba ati tomatoes yene they can also be added with other vegetables to make juice nangu ukupanga juice kuti twakubula tomatoes twasanganya kwa vegetables yangu twapanga juice. Before I go to other benefits of taking raw tomatoes, our contributions and our questions you can contribute or ask. Tabodi. Okay, I'm going to other benefits of tomatoes. The first one is they are high in vitamin A and vitamin C. I explained to say vitamin A is good for sight and vitamin C is good for skin. The other thing is that they also contain anti-cancer properties. They can help in preventing cancer. The other thing is that they help to remove toxins from the blood, especially uric acid. They help kidneys to cleanse the blood. The other thing is wonderful of flesh. Raw tomato juice is rich in sodium, calcium, potassium, and magnesium. These minerals are good in health of the heart because they strengthen the heartbeat. So in consuming raw tomatoes, they can help in the way the blood can pump the blood to all parts of the body. You know, to say the only organ in the body that pumps the blood to all parts of the body is the heart. So consuming raw tomatoes can help the heart to pump the blood to all parts of the body accurately. Any question on this part?
Can tomato juice be taken raw or a bit boiled?
The answer, anyone with an answer? According to what I explained. And what grade you enter in
Since we are discussing let's discuss study raw tomato. So if we boil, meaning perhaps or this table, yeah, tomato. So I think we could just take it and make it raw.
You can help us.
So just to answer the question, the thing is that the nutrients which are found in tomatoes, which we want to secure in the raw juice, when we boil it, the nutrients are latent, meaning that they are sensitive to it. So when you boil it, meaning that you're not going to secure those nutrients which you need to have in your blender to make it possible for you to clean. That's the answer.
There's another hand.
I think you have answered. So the best way is when we read that quotation, we're saying blend cereal, two stock of cereal with tomato. We blend them, we drink it as it is. So what we need to understand is when we read entering one, it's telling us that cooking is not even blessed. Why we cook is because we grew up in society where everyone was cooking, and we started also cooking. So taking raw food, that's the best way. So when you take tomato, you put it in a blender, you blend, then you drink it. That tomato, it is rich in water. There's about 90% tomato is water. So that water will clean the kidneys, just like watermelon. So that water will clean the kidneys. So it is best to take it raw. Then now maybe the question may come to say, now this tomato we have on the market that are sprayed with chemicals, how do we get that one and then put in the blender and blend? That's another challenge now. Because if you get tomato on the market, you put it in a blender, you blend, chemicals. Those people, they put chemicals. Some tomatoes, they take them to the market, and which is ripened, you put some chemicals also to make it. So those now, that become a challenge now, where now we can say maybe the best way we can do is, you get that tomato, you put in a jar, then you put water there, then you put charcoal, activated charcoal. Yes, then you cover the following day. So that charcoal will try to extract some then now you can it. So maybe that can help, since we can't grow, we may not be able to grow our own.
Alright, thanks so much. And the other thing that we can use instead of using charcoal, or maybe we might not have charcoal, we can use turmeric. Turmeric is also good. The last point that I'm going to explain is tomatoes are also good for balancing blood sugar levels in the body, and it is good for those whose blood sugar levels are high. So, amatomato yaliba good mukuchita balance nangu chibe balance muchibemba ukuchita fe balance sugar levels in the body. But there are those people whose blood sugars in the body are very high. Yali abala tuchitako encourage to say put muledi yako tomatoes 4 each day. Add 4 mubushukumo. This is where I'll end. Those people with questions, they can ask before I take this.
Amen.
Yeah, I have a question. I'm left alone with the eyes because if we see on the part that we read the kidney cleansing thing, we read to say like by blending tomato juice with other vegetables, then you have effects. Kidney cleanser is made by blending 2 stalks or 3 stalks of celery, which I certainly don't know what celery is.
Okay, maybe here, but in Osaka, so wait to their place, they find it in the market. My vegetables. So that stock you cut it, then it is grain, grain. So that stock, it is alkaline by nature. So when you combine that stock with the tomato, what you are making is you are making an alkaline juice. That is also rich in water. So when you drink that one, what will happen is that the water that is in tomato, it will clean the kidney. Plus that also alkalinity of the juice. So it will make sure the body is alkaline. When the body is alkaline, the kidney, those tumor stones, they will be prevented to grow, and then they will start shrinking, and then they will come out with through urine. So if you can't do that, the other thing that you can do also is watermelon. So watermelon is a kidney cleanser. What you do is just get watermelon. If you have a blender, put the watermelon in the blender and then make the juice. Then if you have lemon, you can add some lemon. Why are you adding lemon? Lemon is alkaline. It's acidic, but it is alkaline when it goes in the stomach. So we are trying to make a juice that is alkaline and also it is rich in water. So when you drink watermelon, to clean. There are frequent urine. You go to the toilet, you urinate. So as you are urinating frequently, the kidney is being cleansed. If you don't have watermelon, the other thing you can do also is mango. Mango, just get a bucket of mango. You can dish the mango here. You eat, it will give you frequent urinating. So that one also it helps to clean the kidneys, and then that's how you can do. So, but if you can mix these, that is the best way. But if you can't mix, maybe you don't know how to mix them. That's why now we are saying just stick to the tomato that you have available. You get tomato, you make a juice. Even tomato juice alone, if you can't find the cereal, it also helps.
Yeah, I've heard we need to use a blender. Now, I am assuming that maybe most of us may not really have access to a blender. So is there an alternative for people who are not able to have access to a blender?
So there are three. Okay, so the whole idea, why we're using a blender, the whole idea is to make sure that the watermelon or tomato goes in the stomach. So if you don't have a blender, find a way you can make sure the tomato goes in the body. So now, what you can do is you get tomatoes, maybe 5 or 10 tomatoes, cut them. You put pambale. Then you can get even, if you don't have cell, what you can use also is cucumber. You get that. So cucumber and cell, they have the same property. So you can get your cucumber, you cut them also, mawika pale. Ganam kwata fruity, kwata lettuce, lettuce. Lettuce na kwata mention. So you can get lettuce. If you don't have lettuce also, use what is available. Even cabbage, you can cut them and put them in to start eating that mix. Just eat, don't eat anything cooked that time. Just eat that mix, then
Also, there is common sense in all to the phone. Especially the question the sister asked concerning the issue of actually trying to transform that tomato into a juice. I understand better. So you need to use common sense. If you don't have a juice extractor, let our work can be blended. I don't know the rest. Yes, 20. Wouldn't it check there are a lot of things that you can use to extract that juice from that. I'm going to go. So again, the sooner we approach the original kind of gardening, the sooner we go to what? The cover. Not to nourish a chocolate. Even when we rely on just buy, and you don't know the person who was manufacturing those things, the things that was adding to come up with that thing, then it will become a problem also. So we need to adopt the original plan of gardening. We need to learn self-reliance. At least to account for the garden, but let's have a sort of tomato, raw tomato, you can handle them. So now, thank you for the